Why a new gold standard will fail. By I.B. Hext. With money printing by the Fed completely out of control, there have been numerous pleas from patriots for a new gold standard. This would be a great improvement over what we have today, but it has zero chance of working long term. Actually, Bitcoin would be an ideal standard, but that's a future article. There is an ever-growing number of reasons, of which I will list just a handful, or we'll be here all night. 1. We now live in a world completely addicted to free money. The heroin of free money has corrupted most of the population and every institution in America. A gold standard would last about 2 weeks before people go ballistic and demand a fix from Uncle Sam. 2. Half of the population now leans communist. Can you imagine communists adhering to a gold standard? Preposterous. The recent rumors of a gold-backed Chinese yuan are equally dumb. Communists lie for a living. Gold standards only work, temporarily, for highly ethical societies. The cheating starts immediately, but it takes a while for the citizens to figure it out and start to panic and the banks run out of gold. 3. Nobody knows how much gold exists, where it's stored, or how many people have a claim on it. Vaults are rarely, if ever, audited. When gold is moved from one place to another, tungsten bars are discovered and a scandal ensues but is conveniently never resolved. We have absolutely no clue how much gold is stored, nor by whom. All we know for sure is that it ain't us. 4. Banking was always a source of contention in the USA, as it has been in every country throughout history. Before the Fed, it was a constant battle to keep out the central banks and have honest money. The problem, ultimately, is people can't be trusted to be the custodians of gold. They are too easily bribed or blackmailed by the oligarchs. Happens every time. 5. Law enforcement in the US is out of control. They can, and do take whatever they want from law-abiding citizens on a regular basis. Sometimes on the road, and sometimes they just kick down your door and tear up your house, taking whatever prizes they find. Sometimes it just, oops, wrong house. Or maybe your batshit crazy neighbor saw you carry a rug out to the car. You were just going to the cleaners but he was sure he saw a foot hanging out. But seriously, think it through. Let's imagine for a moment that we get this magical gold standard. It's week 7 of the new financial system, but already the clowns in Washington are back to their old tricks. You decide to trade in some greenbacks for physical gold. You go to the local bank branch and say, 15 gold eagles please. They tell you the scheduled gold shipment is late, and hey, we're closing soon. You'll have to come back on Monday. You scream and yell until the teller starts to cry. The manager comes over, you berate his poor management skills until he's about to cry too. Then he finally says, okay. But only 10. You grab your coins and head to the door. But first, you make a quick calculation of how many steps to your car, and you cast your eye about to see what shady characters may be lurking around. You wait for that homeless guy to push his cart down the sidewalk a bit further. Then you make your move. You walk quickly, but not so fast to draw attention to yourself, and you jump in the car and lock the doors and stuff the loot into the glove compartment. The engine cranks but doesn't fire right away. Shit! Son of a! Suddenly, it comes to life. You're home free. You carefully begin your journey home, making sure to come to a complete stop and use your signals and, for God's sake, do not speed. You're 2 blocks from home, about to make that final turn and then your heart drops down to your gut. There's a cop car behind you and he just turned on his lights. Okay, you tell yourself, I'm cool. I'm calm, no big deal. Here he comes. You roll down your window a bit. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? You think to yourself, no you moron, I'm not psychic. But you simply shake your head. He says, well, you have a tail light that isn't working. Seems to be going on and off. You know for a fact the tail light is fine. You just replaced it 2 weeks ago. Then you remember, back at the bank, the homeless guy was walking and there was a squad car down the street with K9 printed on the hood. Damn it, he must have seen you dart out of the bank in a hurry, looking suspicious. Have you had anything to drink today?
No sir.
Please step out of the car.
You comply.
I'm gonna let my K9 do a little look-see.
You okay with that?
You know it doesn't matter what you say at this point. The K9 circles around and does a little double take at your rear tire. A hot little golden doodle took a pee on your tire earlier that day. The cop says, "Sir, my dog has signaled a potential problem. I'm going to have to search your car." He rummages around a bit and gleefully says, "Well now, what do we have here?" "Sir, I'm going to have to take this. This may be evidence of drug dealing." After some further questions to look official on his dash cam, Officer Klepto lets you go with a warning. Make sure you get that light fixed. Now you drive safe. 10 gold eagles down the drain. So no, a gold standard is a relic from the distant past when the USA actually had the rule of law and somewhat honest public servants. Nowadays we live in a third world-esque white-collar shithole. Better to simply be your own bank and don't be too impressed with whatever new currency gets introduced when the financial system finally takes a dump. Even if Trump does a double pinky swear, don't fall for it. Keep some gold and silver coins on hand for an emergency and leave enough in the bank to pay your bills, and then convert the rest to Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Hex, with the private keys in your possession. But why wait? The real rate of inflation of household goods is now running at 8% and it's only going to get worse. Whatever you have in the bank or the stock market for that matter, is just blips on a computer screen. They literally can disappear overnight. And to get 10% extra Hex for your BTC claim and adoption amplifier participation, use the Hex referral link in the description below.